Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Experience Show with Leah-Brooklyn and friends. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm so happy to have you here, lovers of life united. I am buzzing to be here today with my new friend, Shaun. Welcome to the podcast, Shaun.
Thank you, honey.
So you are a TikTok sensation, I would say. Sweet shop diva.
I know that's right.
And Britney Spears lover, most importantly.
Absolutely. Before I am a sweet shop owner, I am a Britney fan.
Yes. And that's how we got set up as friends because we're both absolute Britney lovers.
The stars aligned for us.
Yes. I think you'll get along with this person. We just followed each other. We're just like, totally vibe with you.
Absolutely.
So happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you so
much. You were
much.
just away for your birthday.
30 years old. I can't even believe
32.
it. Like, but we don't look it though.
True.
So we get away with it. But
I didn't know it was your 30th.
aye, 30th. And do you know this? I think I've handled it pretty well because see, when I turned 28, I had a 2-day panic attack.
Why?
Because I was just like, oh my God, I'm getting older. The wrinkles are coming through.
Oh my God.
It was all happening far too fast for me. So it was a bit of a emotional moment. But 30, I think I've taken it pretty well, to be honest. I've been so busy, I've never really noticed it.
Yeah.
But I kind of love that for me.
I'm buzzing for my 30s, are you? How are you feeling? No? Hesitant?
We'll see what happens.
I think
Do you know this?
you're
Everybody
doing
that is 30 is like 30 is your years. Like that's when it begins.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you told me that in my 20s. So
I think 20s you're figuring yourself out though, and you're like a bit of a mess. And you're, do you know what I mean?
The frontal lobe develops.
You're finding yourself. Whereas
Absolutely.
like 30s, you've done it all. In your 20s, you've done all the messing about whatever. And now it's like, I'm feeling myself, so I'm just going to like do this thing. How funny that we both had like Britney themed moments for our 30th, because I don't know if I told you already, like when my 30th was coming, I said to like my friends in dance class, like, all I really want to do for my 30th is have a Britney Spears, like everyone dress up as Britney Spears and we all listen to her all night or whatever. And they're like, oh, we're so up for that. So we all got fancy dressed as Britney Spears. And we hired out like a karaoke room and I emailed like, can I please make sure Britney Spears is on the wall of this karaoke room?
Rightfully so.
Yeah, because it was like 90s themed. And I saw they had Spice Girls and stuff, which is great. But I'm like, is Britney on the wall? Because this will determine whether I'm booking this room or not.
Absolutely.
She was there in the corner in her full essence. And we had the best night. We did karaoke of Britney songs all night. A couple of other childhood songs here and there, but it was mostly Britney. And the costumes were on point. And I had one of the best nights of my life. Everyone got in a circle and sang Stronger to me.
Oh.
And then sang Happy Birthday afterwards. I was crying.
What a moment.
It meant so much.
I would have
to
cried
me.
as well. Literally, Stronger was that was the first Britney song I ever heard.
Really?
And I remember watching the music video and I was like, that woman, who is this woman that just turned a chair into a walking stick? I am obsessed. And then, you know, your dad's got the friend at the pub who does the illegal CDs. And
Yes.
He used to come home with a list of like, it was like an Argos book, list of like all
What CDs you can get?
the albums. And then there was the Oops, I Did It Again album. So I got that. And I remember like putting it into the computer. And I was like, oh my God.
And your life was changed forever.
Like people, lives were changed. Mine.
Yes.
It was a moment. So that's where it all started for me. So rightfully so, crying if Stronger came on. That would be me 100%.
Gosh. But they didn't know. Like that's probably my favourite Britney song. And they didn't know.
Taste.
And I was out, like I was drunk and I was chatting to my dance teacher telling her how much I love her because she's like changed my life. And then all my friends were like, come in, like we've only got 5 minutes left of the room, and they'd put Stronger on. I was like, how do you know? And then we all sang it together and straight away sang Happy Birthday, all holding hands in a circle. And I was
love
like,
that so much.
this is like means so much to my inner child. Like
I feel I'm getting FOMO right
I know.
now. Like
I think I need to redo it for my 31st and invite you.
We will be attending.
Because I'll celebrate Britney every year for my birthday. Like it's not
100%.
my birthday, like it's her birthday too.
Absolutely. I know that is right.
She can be a Saggy and a Gemini. Like she can share my birthday. Like I'm happy with that.
Rightfully so.
But I want to hear about your trip. So you were in LA and Vegas, right? Well, mostly
Aye.
Vegas.
Mostly Vegas, aye. So we went for 10 days. So my boyfriend, he's a wee bit of a goth.
Love
So
it.
you know the When We Were Young festival?
Yeah, I was
Just like-
buzzing. I was seeing you there. I was like, no way, he's even more like me because I'm like a bit of a goth as well, especially when I was younger. And I was like, Britney, Andy's like When We Were Young. So it's your
course.
partner that's like,
Aye, so that was like mainly for him. So we went to that for him, but growing up, I was in the MySpace era.
yep.
And I really did think that I was going to be like a web designer, I was putting in the HTML codes and everything. I was
We
like,
did think we were on it.
I was spending summers like dedicating my life to this website. And so all the MySpace bands with it, the Millionaires,
Yep.
303, Cobra Starship.
Yep.
So,
Jeffree Star.
well, do you know this? He was in the crowd, and I never knew that until.
I was about to say, did you see him there?
Aye, well,
I
I
love
never
Jeffree
seen him, but
Star.
when we got back home, like a week later, I was scrolling on TikTok and it was like Jeffree Star in the pit and I think it was Cobra Starship.
Oh my
And I was there as well,
God.
and I was like, what? Because I used to listen to Jeffree Star. I've seen him live.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know,
wow.
do you remember Studio 24 in Edinburgh?
No.
I was doing it at Cotton Road. It was like a wee music venue.
Right.
But
And
me
he
and my
came?
pal, we were like 13. And I remember I had to get my dad's girlfriend to go in and get us the tickets from Rippin' Records, like when you have to buy your tickets from
Oh,
the
I
record
miss
store
those
back in the day.
days.
Oh my God, I feel so old. Like, but I know that was a thrill. So it was so good seeing like all the MySpace bands. I
That
was
is
like, what
so
a thrill.
fun.
And then it was just such a vibe as well. Like there was all the bands that he wanted to see. So I was just letting him have a time. I was in the background
Right.
just having a couple of drinks. Like, I mean, the
Buzzing
drink prices
off
were
it.
shocking, but
I bet.
I mean, you're only in Vegas once. So we did that. That was like our first weekend. Although day number one, what a shitmare. Our bags never made it on the flight, and we nearly didn't as well. So day number one, we're going around Vegas, blazing sun, airport outfits, trackies and hoodies.
no.
Like, what a mess. Went to Forever 21. Did we know?
Was that in there?
Aye.
No way.
So we had this. There was another Crossroads
Is
one.
this a real university? Or is this just from Crossroads made up? That's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
You
I
don't know. Maybe
But
we
all
need
the
to look into
Americans
this.
were I had it on day one when we never got our luggage, and like they were all kind of clocking me and kind of looking at me funny. So I don't think it exists, because I think they would be like, "What is that boy wearing like that in a real place?"
Or maybe they were looking at you going, he's not from Louisiana. He's not gone to Southern University. Who knows?
God knows, but so did the When We Were Young, and then just like all the touristy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so we were downtown, we were eating at all the hot spots, going through all the hotels, going to the casinos and stuff, and then halfway through the trips when we got the car, and then we drove down.
And you
to-
had the Crossroads moment because
Aye.
you were wearing that t-shirt
Exactly.
on a road trip. Did you play Britney on the road trip?
Of course. We did pretty much the Crossroads soundtrack in the car. So we had like, what is it? Is it Man, I Feel Like a Woman they sing in the
Yes,
car? And like
yes,
Bye Bye
yes.
Bye, even though we don't like Justin Timberlake.
It's fine.
But it's part of the movie, so it was part
part
of
of
the
the
thrill.
movie,
Overprotected, all of that. So like we had the roof down in the car, and I was just living the Crossroads
Oh my
moment.
God,
it
I
was
love it.
so stunning. And
I was
then-
like secondhand buzzing off, like just
I was
seeing you.
messaging each other in the car. I was like, I'm
I was
living
like,
this for
please
you right now.
stop at a karaoke place on the way
Aye.
and get dollar bills and sing I Love Rock
honestly.
and Roll.
If there was a karaoke joint, I would have been in there singing I Love Rock and Roll. That was my
Yes.
karaoke song. On my birthday in Edinburgh, we were at a karaoke joint singing that in the pub and tore the place up. It was brilliant.
Oh yeah, that's my karaoke song too.
So good. We'll need to do a duet.
Oh my God,
Come
we
on.
so should.
So we got the car, we went to LA, and we
Yeah.
got there quite late, so we just like walked around, but it was nighttime, and I'm not gonna lie, like before you get to like the main strip, you know, like the what is it, like Sunset Boulevard where the stars are,
Or Hollywood Boulevard.
and all that. Aye,
Were you staying in Hollywood?
aye. So we were not too
Weird
far away
place,
from there.
right?
I was terrified.
Isn't
I
it
didn't
the
think I'd
weirdest
ever
place
felt
ever?
so unsafe in my life. There was like
Terrifying.
it was just a riot. There was a woman burning like a lot of stuff on the ground, shouting at another girl who I think might have been her daughter, and she was like, "You need to stay 100 foot away from me, as per the police." And she's burning all the stuff on the ground. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna walk over this way now." So bye. But then you get to the main area, and it's a vibe. It's so good. So we just went and got food, and then the next day we had the full day there. So we went and did all the Britney related stuff.
Yes, tell me
which
about it.
obsessed with. So we went to the star. Well, we did the walk
You
of fame.
cleaned her star, which gave me life.
I disinfected her star. I went into the pharmacy. I was like, because we walked past it
We worked
the
for
night
Britney,
before.
okay.
Of course. So we walked past it the night before and it was dirty. And I thought, I can't take photos like this. Like, I need this to be looking immaculate. So I went into the pharmacy and I got my wee antibacterial wipes, wee bottle of water, and just, give it a wee squish down. Because it needs to be looking good for me, for her, and for the photos. Like, let's be real.
Yes.
So we did that. That was a thrill. We did the Starline tours, and then we seen 2 of our old houses because they're like gated communities. You didn't see the actual house, but just being in that area, like, we've seen our 2007 party house, and then the house that she moved out of.
How did you know where to go to? How did you find out like where her houses were?
I just love that Google. I love that Google so much. She saved my life so many times. So not because I knew she was in LA. Obviously, didn't know where.
Yeah.
So I was like, how close can we get to these areas?
Yeah.
Without it being weird. So we did that. That was
what was
brilliant.
one of them Hidden Hills? Was it Hidden Hills? She lived in
so
at
there was
point?
one in. It was called like the Summit Circle.
Right.
And when we did the Star tours, they told us like Gwen Stefani had lived there, like all the famous folk of the world have lived there. But they said it's kind of a cursed area. Like couples move in, get divorced, move out. So they were like, if you're planning on moving there, move there single. So I'm like, all right, I'll keep that in mind for when I blow up.
Totally. I think most of LA seems quite haunted as well, though. Did you feel that? Like, there is an eerie energy there. Like, it's
Absolutely.
a mad place. Like, especially as well, like, there's areas where you see, like, totally rich AF people. And then on the same street can be like the poorest person ever with barely any clothes on, so dirty, like, you know.
I think the drug pandemic's shocking.
Oh, it's really bad
It was
there.
people were like zombified, like doubled over, like a lowercase N.
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, oh my god.
And there's zombies on either end because it's the zombies that are like, their faces are like this and they've got all their whatever designer bags and all that, and they're a total zombie because they're like, are you even a real thing? What are you?
It's scary.
And then there's the whole other end of the spectrum. It's just a mad place, but I love it at the same time. Like, I've had some really good times in LA. Like,
it is. It's that way when you're there. You're like, oh, I could see myself here. Like I could see myself here,
especially because of the
100%.
weather.
Oh my god, Dinny, that's what we need. Scotland is pathetic for weather. We had about 40 minutes of sun this year, if we were lucky.
I'm shaking right now because I'm freezing because it's well frosted.
Right, same. We'll need a cuddle to warm
I'm
up.
a sun baby. I just want to be like, and you get such cuter outfits as well when you're in a sunny place. Like, you can like see when I was in LA, like my style was on absolute fleek because it's like the weather is supporting me to like
be the bad bitch that you are.
Exactly. Like, Scotland. Like, I love it, but I can't look like Britney. Like,
I know. So we did all that. We went back to Vegas and we just had a time. We went to see a couple of shows. So we seen the RuPaul's Drag Race show. That was brilliant.
Did you? Who's in it now?
So it was Lawrence Chaney from Scotland.
Oh wow, he was in it.
Aye.
Good on him. Like,
Rightfully so. He was amazing.
Like, an old friend of mine went to school with him and she was telling me like how he got proper bullied in school and had a hard time and stuff like that, and we watched them together win it, and like we were so happy. Like, I never knew him, but she did, and she was like, oh my god, this is like such a beautiful moment to actually
It's a big get up you to other people, because where are they now? Do you know what I mean?
And he's in Vegas. Good
Rightfully
on him.
so. I'm like, I look at the folk that used to try and give me a hard time at school. I'm like, where are you now?
Right.
Like, what are you up to?
Right. Watching my Instagram stories, that's what you're up to.
One of my favourite things to do is Google people that I went to school with and then put
funny.
crime at the end. And then see their articles coming up that they were jailed in 2016 and they were getting done for XYZ, and I'm just like, oh, could
and you're
never
there in
be
your
me.
sweetie shop, like,
Could never be me. My sweetie shop, my haven, honestly.
oh my
Saved my life, that
gosh,
place.
That's amazing.
It did. I love it so much. Like, that's a thrill. So Vegas will be seeing me again, 100%. Vegas will be seeing us again.
Yes.
Could you imagine? Like, how stunning that
Who
would be.
else was in the show? Was Derek Barry
Right.
there?
Derek Barry was there.
Right. I made him a jacket.
Really?
How many years ago? must be about 3 years ago now. Like, lovely, messaging me back and forth. I made him a full Britney themed jacket. It was amazing, snake all over it and everything. He got it and was like, "You like are such amazing at your craft." Like just really beautiful compliments.
That's
like
so nice.
I've never seen him wear it, and I'm like, when am I going to see you wear it? When am I going to get pictures? And it's been 3 years now, so I'm just like, whatever. Like I don't know if I'll ever see it, but I made one for Vanjie, and Vanjie wore it on the Vegas billboard. So like, you know, when the show first opened and like she was one of the main stars, her outfit was my jacket.
No.
And it was during the pandemic, so I didn't get to like go to Vegas because it'd been so cool to see it in person. But Derek messaged me and said, "Leah, it's on billboards everywhere. Like you can't miss
insane.
it." And I was like, I didn't even know, because I met Vanjie and like honestly, I didn't even know if she liked me or not. Like I know I'm kind of a lot and I'm very like full of love, and I'm like, "Hi, and I've made you a jacket." And I think they were just like, "Whoa, like what's going on?" sort of thing. So I kind of left afterwards like, I don't know if they liked me or not, but oh well, like, you know, I was just being myself. And then I was watching you know how they made a show of the Vegas, like the episodes, and I'd watched 2 episodes already, didn't even notice. And then my friend came over, I was like, "Oh, should we watch the Vegas thing?" And the wee intro came on and I went, "Hang on a second," rewind and paused. I went, "Oh my God, she's wearing my jacket." And we just like screamed and danced out at the kitchen. Like that was like the biggest moment for me so far with like my clothing line. Like
I would have been buzzing. That's amazing though.
How cool.
You got to hit the big time.
So yeah, I want to make more.
100%.
I've made one for Shea Coulee. I've made Derek Barry. I've made Vanjie. I think I've made Kylie Sonique Love a bag, a Prince bag, because she loves Prince as well. I'd love to
get
do
one done
more
for
of it.
Lawrence. Should he love it?
Purple vibes.
Of course,
like.
absolutely.
So was the show good?
It was brilliant. So good. Obviously, Derek was there doing all the Britney and stuff, so I was loving that.
Oh,
that was
totally.
as close as I could have got to a Britney gig.
He's doing
when we were
fab
there.
at like,
I know.
you know.
Well, we did a meet and greet after, so it was
Did you?
Lawrence, Derek Barry, Asia O'Hara was hosting.
Okay.
Brilliant host.
Yeah.
So good. And there was one there that I never knew, but she was brilliant. I think her name was Gorgeous or it was a play on Gorgeous.
Yeah, Gorgeous. That's
And
it, Gorgeous.
Kennedy Davenport, who moves unreal, like so good.
The splits and all that.
Aye. And we had a good table, so my man knows Lawrence personally.
Oh, perfect.
So she got us a brilliant table, like a wee booth right up the front and stuff, and then we got the wee meet and greet after. So we got to meet them all individually, and Lawrence took me and was like to Derek, "No, this is Shaun. Shaun's a big Britney fan. He's buzzing to meet you."
Aww.
And I was, and I can't lie, he couldn't have given less of a fuck. Like he just couldn't care less.
Because he was like, "I'm not Britney.
But I'm
You're
like,
not a
he must
Derek
have heard
fan."
that so many times. But I was like, "Do you know this? You were brilliant. Like, this is as close as I'm getting in Vegas right now to a Britney show. Like, blew it out the water. Love you so much." And he was like, and I'm like, humbled. Like, humbled. If I hadn't have like 4 vodkas in me, I probably
Just
would
like,
have started
whatever.
greeting. Like, but
Yeah.
But then everybody was like, "That's what he's like anyway," and I was like, "All right, that's you." I had my moments, so I'm buzzing with that.
Yeah, maybe
I'll
he
take
just
that.
liked me because I gave him something.
Aye.
Like,
But no, I just feel like he couldn't have cared less.
but
and I was
like,
just
no.
kind of like, where do we go from here? Can you
Yeah.
take this photo, please? Like,
But it's like you're gonna get all the Britney fans. Like you're like representing Britney. You're,
aye.
you know, doing a tribute to her or whatever you want to call it. So Britney fans like, and he's doing a good job. So Britney fans
Yeah.
are obviously gonna like freak out. So you can't be like,
I know.
well, I'm not Britney. Like, but you kind of are.
Gave less of a fuck than when I actually met Britney herself.
Well, I needed to get round to that. I was like
course.
talking
I'm
about
dying to
meet
get
and
into
greet.
it. I'm
Talking
dying
about
to get
meet
into
and
it.
greet. You've met the
Like,
woman herself.
Oh my God.
When was this?
April the 15th, 2016, roughly about 8:30 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yes.
it
You-
was so good. So I had got that for
Set
my
the
20.
scene.
So it was my 21st birthday present.
Right.
So turned 21 in the November, and then it was the April that we went.
Oh
So my mum had got me the meet and greet ticket, and then my dad had got me like flights, hotel, like the actual trip to Vegas. Right, so it was a stunning collab from them. Thank you, divas.
Stunning collab.
So we went, we had a week in Vegas, and then, so she used to perform on, I think it was a Wednesday, a Friday, and a Saturday, and I had the meet and greet on the Friday. And of course I went to the Wednesday show. Like, we did that first because I was like, I want to see it from every possible angle.
Oh
So
my
we had
gosh,
kind of like
yes.
The venue was brilliant. It was, I wouldn't say we had shite seats, but it was like they were further back than my meet and greet ones. So I guess I could say I got to see all the venue, which is good.
Yeah.
So did that on the Wednesday. Then the Friday rolled around, and I'm a nervous wreck because 21-year-old in Vegas, you're going to meet your idol, like, what now? And then obviously I'd been on Twitter and you hear all the sort of horror stories about how she just couldn't care less and all that.
But we didn't know what she was really going through at that time, did we? Like,
well,
it was just a mystery. It was like, why is she so off? Why does she seem unhappy? Like,
that's the thing. And the vibes, see when you... So the package that I had was the ultimate meet and greet. So you get to... do like a backstage tour, you meet all the dancers, you meet all like the costume designers and the band and all that, and you go to see all the props and stuff. Like it was a thing, and I was on the stage in that. Like you get to walk the stage before obviously everybody comes in, so it was stunning. Loved it so much. And then you queue up and you go get your photo. Oh my God. So there was a bit 20-30 of us, and everybody was so nice, everybody was getting on so well, and the person that was showing us around, you know Felicia, who was her old assistant? It was her, the school teacher in the Baby One More Time video.
I would be like starstruck just meeting her.
So she was so lovely.
Yeah, she seems lovely.
Her mum was there, but I'm not talking about her. She's finished.
Her.
Also, I think her dad was there as well.
Oh my God.
I'm sure her dad was there. And
what
her
kind of
manager
energy
at the
was her
time,
mum giving?
Just like just sort of, oh, we're so happy you're here and all that. And I'm like, I don't know if you're happy for me or
fake
the money
hosting. Yeah, you're definitely happy for the money.
So it was just kind of, but at the time nobody knew. So you're like,
no,
oh
you
my God,
didn't
that's
know.
Britney's mum. What a thrill. But then you look back and you're like, rat.
Right.
So, so you queue up to get your photo. And this was about the time of that incident in Paris where there was the shooting in the venue and stuff, so they'd really clamped down on the security, and they told us that. They were like, so when you go in, you need to give up everything. So your phone, your wallet, your fags, everything. You have to give it over to them and you get it back at the end.
Right.
They're like, if you have a pen in your pocket and you go into your pocket to like get a signature or something, you'll just get carried out. They're like, if you have any gifts, you'll get carried out. They were like, you can't touch her.
You can't give her gifts.
You can barely speak to her, right? And I'm like, oh my God, shit, right?
Just stand and take a photo.
So you're queuing up, and the further up you get, you can sort of see the backdrop, so you can see her silhouette. So already the heart's gone.
I'm like shaking even more just thinking
and
about it.
I'm like 3 triple Malibus in at this point, right? So with my merchandise Britney cup, right, the big piece of me cup, right? So I'm rattling, right, and then they're like, right, gets to the person in front of me is getting their photo, and it's walk in, photo out. Like it was 4 seconds, right? And I thought, I'm not having that. So I went and they're like, right, it's your turn. You go around, right? You turn the corner. But the first thing that I clocked was around her, like behind all the cameras and stuff, a team of about 20 people. And obviously, you just think that's normal, but 20 people, and they're all staring at you, right? So you're kind of like, you're nervous to meet her, but then you're nervous with all these people standing because it's
right.
quite,
What
like,
are all these people going to do? Intimidating?
Yeah. And they're just like, none of them seemed like, nobody was like, hello, like they didn't seem welcoming, so it was just up to Britney, which I get, but it's kind of intimidating. So I turned the corner, seen her, and I'm like, oh my God, there's my woman, hello. So I couldn't contain it. I was like, oh my God, hello, Queen. I was like, you didn't understand, like you mean so much to me. Came from Scotland to see you. And she was like, hi sweetie, thank you so much. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you, like just love this so much. And then she was like, will we take a photo? I was like, absolutely. I was like, for our photo, can we please do a cuddle? Is that all right? She's like, yes, sweetie, absolutely. I love cuddles. And honestly, my heart melted.
I bet she loved that you asked her, because she was probably upset. Like, I'm being told none of these people can be warm and inviting to me. They have to treat me like I'm like some sort of outside thing and
just a robot.
Yeah.
Like that's, so I thought, I always wanted my photo to be a cuddling photo.
Yeah.
So
and if you've asked her permission, it's her that you're going to touch. So if you're asking like consent, can I please give you a hug? And she says yes, then
so I didn't want to just dive right in. And I thought that was so lovely. Yeah, I love cuddles. I thought, oh, how nice. Because you see some meet and greet photos and they're like standing 5 days apart. And I'm like,
5 days apart?
Like, I can't have that. I cannot have that.
No.
So we cuddled, we got our photo. And then we just sort of looked at each other for what felt like 15 minutes, but it was probably half a second. And then I had so much to say. I had so much to ask her. And then I couldn't get it out. I just was that starstruck from seeing her. So I was like, thank you so much. Good luck with your show. Love you so much. Bye. And then literally ran. And then I don't know if she thought I was English because you know how she does her English accent.
Oh, she loves it.
She did that and she was like, thank you. And then she sort of laughed and I was like, oh, what a honey. And then...
Did she do a wee English accent?
Yeah. And then that was it. And I thought, oh my God. And then... So that's before the show, and then after that, you go to your seat and stuff, and the seats were brilliant, right up close, right at the end of like the catwalk where the stage was laid out, had a catwalk and like a platform at the bottom, so it was right there. So, that was so good. And then I went in myself because it was one meet and greet ticket, and I thought I'm going to go live this experience myself.
Yeah.
But because all Britney fans are brilliant, all Britney fans are friendly, hot, immaculate. We got on so well, so we were all pretty much all together. So we just had a time.
Good.
It was so good. It was such a thrill.
Special.
So I'll love that forever. And then afterwards, you get your photo. I'm not going to lie. Hate the photo. Never looked uglier. And 100% would redo. 1,000,000%. Although this girl that I was really friendly with, lucky cow, she got 2 photos because she was the last person to go up, and she was like, oh no, I blinked. And then she got a redo. She ended up getting both photos. She never blinked. I think she was at it. She was getting her money's worth.
So we know the
so.
trick for next time. Like if we're ever
Absolutely.
meeting someone, I blinked, take another one.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
that's an epic
that was
experience.
a moment. And then you get your wee VIP package. And Britney, bless her, there was at the photo of her, it was like a gradient orange to black background. And signed her name in the black bit with a black pen.
Oh.
I thought, you know what, babe? Love that.
But
So-
you know that it's there.
Oh, I know that
you
it's
just
there.
Put a wee
You're just going to have to get your
flashlight on it or
magnifying glass out,
something.
couple of lights, some of these lights, and you can see it. So
Yeah, we UV or whatever.
it's brilliant. So that was my meet and greet experience,
Oh
but
my
100% would
gosh.
redo, like 1,000,000%. I feel like everybody has to meet her.
God
like,
knows
one
if
point
we
in their
will.
life.
I just want to be our best
Well, that's
friend
it.
so much. Like, why can't we both just be our best friend? I feel like
know.
we just take such good care of her and love her, and
Absolutely. I'm like, and we need...
I treat her like a normal person because she is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially these days, you see her true self and you
I know.
see her wee inner child, and you're just like,
Coming out with
"Oh,
her
can I
wee
twaddle around the bathroom
line.
with you?"
I
Like,
know. Her jewellery
I
line
know.
coming out. Be
That's so-
tiny.
Oh,
we will
have
be
to.
purchasing,
Of course we
whatever
will.
it is.
Support
we will be
anything
sporting.
she does. If she brought out a line of spoons, I don't know, just thinking of something random.
Dildos. Like, we will be purchasing.
Whatever Britney brings, we will be purchased. I was gutted though that I've only been to Vegas once,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I have to go see Britney while we're there. It was the 1 week she was on holiday.
Of course. The
Devastated.
stars were not aligned
So-
for you there, Diva.
I know, right? So I've never spoke about this before, but it happened years ago. I was 17 and I didn't want to tell anyone at the time because I still know now if I tell people, they'll go, that didn't happen, or that wasn't her, or I don't believe you.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm 30, I really don't care if people believe me or not, right? But I had a phone call with Britney on my 17th birthday.
Girl.
She spoke to me for 8 minutes.
Did she phone you or did you phone her?
So it's such a long, weird story, right?
I
But
want to hear it.
so my sister at the time was doing beauty pageants,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like child star beauty pageant, whatever. And it was being shown in America, and she was asked to go on Good Morning America, but it never worked out. There ended up some big news thing happened and had to take like her part of the show or whatever. So it never happened.
As if Britney isn't more better than that.
No, my sister.
Oh, right.
My sister was supposed no, you get me? Right. So my sister was on the telly doing her pageant stuff, and it was shown in America, and they
Right.
asked her
Oh,
to go
okay,
on
okay.
Good Morning America, but then something else happened.
Good morning, America.
So whatever. But yeah, she was Good Morning America. She was like, yeah, on TV. And then like, right, so I saw my mum's phone one day and she was messaging someone on Facebook called Jamie Lynn Spears. And I was like,
not her.
why are you messaging a fake like Jamie Lynn Spears? Like, why is a fake Jamie Lynn Spears? And she's going to me, Leah, I don't think she's fake. Like, I think it's actually her. I'm like, shut up. Because you're like, never believe, like, I've loved Britney my whole life. And obviously, we don't know what the deal is. Like, I just think Jamie Lynn's Britney's sister. I don't know any of the stuff that we found out in later years. But like, she'd messaged my mum and said, like, I saw your daughter on TV and my daughter's a cheerleader or whatever she said. And her daughter has the same birthday as me, her daughter Maddie, and my sister's called Maddie.
Oh, wow.
And she was just like chatting away to my mum, but I just thought, this is a fake account and
Aye.
she's a wind up and what's going on sort of thing. And for some reason they ended up talking about Britney, and my mum like told her, like my eldest daughter is like the biggest Britney fan, like loves her so much. Like it's her birthday coming up on the same day as Maddie's birthday. She's like, well, I'll see if she's free and I'll see if she's able to give Leah a call.
Oh wow.
I was like, shut up, this isn't happening, right? And at the time I was a wee born again Christian lady. I'm not anymore, but at the time, like that was just a time in my life, and that's fine. I was at church and she'd called when I was at church. She called my mum and she went, Leah, Britney just called, but I told her at church and she needs to call back in an hour. And I was like, shut up. What? I was like, no, she didn't. I was like, is this actually happening? And I got.
So what year was this? Like 2011, 2012?
It was when Femme Fatale came out.
Oh, what an era.
Yes.
What an era. We all remember where we were.
It was like pretty much, it was either about to come out or it came out.
Okay.
But I was still in disbelief, like surely like this is mad.
Can it be real? Aye.
Right, but she called back, no caller ID, and I answered like, hello? I swear, like I know myself and I know, that was Britney on the phone to me.
So what was said?
Right, so my
hello, sweetie.
I lived in the middle of nowhere at the time, which was the most frustrating part of it. So my signal was terrible.
Oh.
And she's calling from America, so it's even worse. But she didn't hang up at any point, even when the signal, like she just kept going hello, and she was there and waiting.
Legend.
But now that I like think about it, like maybe she just wanted someone to talk to.
Aye, right
Like
enough.
maybe she was feeling lonely and
Like a real person, no member of the team who's just like
an actual person and a young person. It was like my 17th birthday. What did we speak about? I spoke about music and how I love her so much and I look up to her and I want to be a singer, and like, does she have any advice? And she's just like, honestly, just go for it. It could, like, anything could happen for anyone. She's like, she was like, there's a lot of British artists that I love. I can't do her accent, but I was like, oh, who do you love? She went, I love Adele. And Adele wasn't as big at the time. She was just kind of like, she was getting big. And I'd saw in an article that that Britney liked Leona Lewis, and I was like, oh, do you like Leona Lewis? Well, she's like, oh, she's great. Bleed in love. That was the wrong tune.
We move.
Yeah, but no, like she just sat on the phone to me and she was just so lovely, so kind, so patient. I have a recording of the phone call. I'm going to email it to you so you can actually hear it.
I would love to hear it.
Because
I need to hear that.
It must be her. And even if it's not, which would be weird if it's not, because who's going to call me and pretend to be Britney? And
I know. Who's got that much time?
Right.
Well, you know, there's
who
some
knows?
creeps out there.
But it meant a lot to me regardless. And it also helped me, like, when she was going through, like, when she was looking weird in the public eye, like on X Factor and stuff, you could see how uncomfortable she was and how unhappy she was. And people were making all these assumptions and going like, oh, I don't like Britney anymore. That kept me liking her, that phone call, because I was like, no, I know who she is as a person. And but I just didn't understand what was going on. I was like, she's unhappy. She should just retire because she's an absolute legend. Like, she doesn't need to keep going.
Yeah.
Little did I know that she was being forced to like keep going and being totally controlled. So
it's crazy.
But yeah,
actually
that happened. It was like,
that's
it was
unreal.
totally mad.
I love that for you so much. Like, that's who else can say that?
I'm like, how does that even happen? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that have happened in my life that I'm like, that's just total movie magical, like mad stuff. But she's a human being at the end of the day, and we're all connected to each other, and anything can happen. But yeah, it was just a mad situation, and then they disappeared off Facebook, and that was it. Like, very strange, but
what a time. I love that for you so much.
How mad.
That's class. So we've both had a wee connection with Britney, you know? Maybe she brought us together.
I think so. She's our spirit guide, even though she's in the physical still. Like, she's like just
our queen forever.
She's our spirit animal.
God bless the Holy Spirit.
Yes. Oh my God, I saw a painting of that in Manchester like 2 years ago, like the Holy Spirit, and it was her.
Is that like the one on the candles?
Halo.
Have you ever seen those candles where it's like
Uh-huh.
Like Jesus' body, but then it's
but
like
it's
Britney's
Britney.
head.
Uh-huh. No, but
that.
it was like a painting of that. Someone had done her in the Slave for You outfit, and she had like a halo around her, and it was so cool.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God. Take my
that.
picture. I was like, oh, Holy Spirit. Like,
Icon.
right, I've wrote a wee Britney quiz for us. Well, it's not a quiz. It's right. So it's the GOAT Britney quiz. But it's not a quiz because it's not really asking questions, but it is.
Okay.
Oh,
here we
God
go.
knows.
Do you know, right, in one of my old jobs, you know that show, what is it, Mastermind or something?
Right.
Celebrity Mastermind? I don't know. There was somebody's special category was Britney.
Oh my
And
God.
I don't watch that show, but then somebody from my work does watch it, and they took all the questions and in a team meeting asked me them all.
And you were like,
And I got them all right. I got them all right, and everybody was blown away. And they were like, Shaun, like, you are so much better at Britney than your job. I was like, I know.
That should be my job.
Exactly.
I should be working for Britney.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll gladly take that. Britney, if you're hiring, we will work for you for free.
Mm-hmm.
We will just,
Well,
well, for your presence and for
a couple of signed CDs.
Yeah. We definitely won't be taking our money off her anyway.
Oh,
we
none
will
of
be
that.
making sure she has all of the money she deserves.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so like I wrote like different like Britney things, and I want you to tell me, and I'll like speak about my favorite. So it's like the GOAT thing, like the greatest of all time Britney, like say video,
Okay.
right? But it's not necessarily something for people to argue with and go, and that's not the GOAT video. It's more like, what's your GOAT video? Like, what's your favorite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've started with album.
Oh, album. So self-titled, Britney, 2001.
How did I have a feeling you were going to say that?
You know this? Everybody says Blackout, and Blackout is an immaculate album.
Masterpiece.
I really feel like it changed music, like because nobody was doing that. Nobody was doing that kind of thing, and just all this different sounds. Like and it still sounds fresh. Like if you handed that album to somebody who had never heard it before, I don't think they'd be able to tell it came out in 2007. Like you can't tell it came out in
it's
2007,
timeless.
2 years ago, 10 years ago. Like it stood the test of time for sure. But Britney self-titled, like that was
Good one.
that's the album for me.
The cover's beautiful as
the
well.
cover, the photo shoot, the set list, the tour for it, the Dream Within a Dream tour.
And that was the Crossroads era as well, wasn't it?
So everybody always calls it the Crossroads soundtrack, which kind of sorta, but just everything about that, like the tour that came with it, the Dream Within a Dream tour, that's what
Yes.
really got me into Britney.
Did you see that tour?
No. So I got it for my dad used to take me and my brother out to HMV, and he would like buy us something.
Oh, was it on DVD?
Yeah, well, it was on video.
Oh my God, yes.
I got it on
video.
Aye. And then I remember my dad being like, this is a live, like this is going to sound totally different, and it's not going to be
Yeah.
just songs, this is performances. I was like, can we go to the till? Like,
Right.
let's go to the till.
Get me? Yeah.
So that changed lives.
So just all
Mine.
the aspects of the Britney album make it like
Mm-hmm.
right. So if we're gonna put Blackout album to the side as like that is a freaking masterpiece. I missed the
Mm-hmm.
train one day admiring that album so much. Like I was so immersed in the album, just appreciating going, this is a master. Like just really in the zone.
In the zone.
to put away. And I missed the train. I didn't realize it went from another platform. I was like, oh, it's fine.
Do you know what? It's that impactful. It makes people miss the
Miss
train.
trains.
See what I
But
mean?
yeah, if we're gonna separate that, like, I would say that's my favorite Britney album because it's a freaking masterpiece.
Well, Blackout.
However, my favorite Britney album in my heart and that means the most to me in my life is In the Zone.
Oh, In the Zone.
Like that was just like. Because that was when I saw Britney. I saw the Onyx Hotel tour. It was just the height of the magic of what she brought to my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of the tracks are so good. It's probably my favourite album to dance to. Like, so if we're putting Blackout aside as its own masterpiece, like Van Gogh, work of art, timeless.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Yes.
Hang it in the Louvre.
I'll say In the Zone is my favourite.
I do love In the Zone.
Right, let's go next. Right. So I've put this in sections because I think it's hard to pick one. So song, right? But let's go with section one. What's your favourite Britney song like in recent times? What would you say you're playing over and over again, like in current times?
Do you know what? I know this is really bad, right? But I'm obsessed and will forever listen to all the unreleased stuff. Like all the unreleased stuff. So have you heard it? Like, are you listening to
And
the
Then We
unreleased?
Kiss.
And Then We Kiss. The remix, but then the original version of that as well. Why was that
Wow.
never out? I don't
I
know.
only heard that like a year ago.
Oh, it's magic. Like, it's just...
Changed my life.
Oh, like it's unreal.
It was like a moment like, oh my God, why have I never heard this song?
Nothing sounds like that.
Insane.
And I love that so much. So all the unreleased like tracks, love
Okay.
so much. Mainly from like the Britney era, like the 2000s unreleased songs.
Yes.
All hits, all smash.
It's good finding unreleased songs because then it's like there's because obviously we've heard all the older ones when we were younger, and it's like a wee bonus, like, oh, I'm getting new songs, but they're not new, they're just like old ones that we've not heard very often.
And I love just like showing them to people. I'm like, have you ever heard this one?
And this one,
Like, oh, it's just, and they're like, shit, like that's like
Yes.
unreal.
And Then We Kiss was on repeat for me. Like, but do you know what I've been absolutely loving for like the past year? Get Back.
Oh,
If
and
you
that
can,
blew
take
up on
it, then get
TikTok,
back.
and I love that verse.
Is
so much. I
it?
see when Britney songs that aren't singles blow up on TikTok. I'm
like,
obsessed because
yes.
and then people are like, "What is this song?" And I'm like, "How do you not know this song?" But I love the fact that you now know this song.
Right. Oh, I
Like-
love that. I didn't know because I'm still to be educated and getting my flow of TikTok. I'll probably get some advice from you because you're awesome at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What's your favorite Britney song to dance to?
Do you know what? I can't lie. I put on performances and I have done the world tours in my bedroom, in my kitchen, in the shop.
In the shop, I was going
in
to
the
say.
shop,
That's
like
what I'd do.
literally. So, because with the Piece of Me era, the show, she always started with Work Bitch. And I've got that nailed.
Oh.
And I don't care that I look like a wet bit of cardboard being flung around the room.
No,
I'm
I bet you don't.
putting the show on. I'm putting the show on. So Work Bitch.
Have you got the whip?
Oh, of course.
Got your partner crawling on the floor.
That's Freak Show, and I do that.
On Freak
and I'm
Show?
walking like that,
Make
nothing's
it
there. I'm
up.
like that. Oh my god, love that so much.
Yes.
Like, that's me. And then do you remember the Billboard Music Awards 2016? How she did the medley, and it was
Yes.
like Work Bitch, Womanizer, I Love Rock and Roll, Breathe on Me. The whole 8-minute thing. That is that's my thing. That's my daily. Well,
So
weekly
you're
workout.
picking a mix. You're cheating, but it's fine.
I'm picking the mega mix.
I love if I had to pick, I got that boom boom that you want.
Oh.
Britney Spears and the Young Twins. Wow. What
Honestly.
a song. Right, what about a slow song?
A slow song.
Your favorite slow Britney song?
Slow Britney song. Why is the only one coming to mind My Baby? But that's top 5 worst Britney songs. My Baby from the Circus album. Not into that. Probably Shadow.
Oh,
Shadow.
beautiful.
Because at the Onyx tour, I was there. I think I was 8 or 9 years old. And she came up and she was on like the sort of swing, but her dress had the
remember the
whole
swing.
like so the dress hung down, and then she had like, I don't know what it's called, but like all the shit was off to the side as well.
all the shit was off.
And it was immaculate. And because that was my first concert, I was like, what is
That's a
this?
beautiful
Like,
song.
shit.
Yes.
So Shadow for sure. And that's also my funeral song.
I would say Born to Make You Happy because I used to like I'm a singer. I don't know if you knew that already, but when I was a kid, that was my karaoke song, and I have like this distinct memory of being a kid. I don't know how old I was, but like young, under 10 anyway. And I'm singing Born to Make You Happy, and the kids club people were behind like a wee curtain running the karaoke, and I remember them pulling the curtain and looking at me going, "Is that her singing?"
Who
Because
is
I
this girl?
had such a mature voice at such a young age, and I was feeling my feelings to this song. So it just like means so much to me. Like every time I hear it, I'm just like, my
They
wee
pulled back
child
that
is
curtain
there.
and said, who is this diva?
They knew. Right. And then favorite song of all time, if someone was like, gun to your head, tell me.
Do you know what? We spoke about it earlier, but Stronger.
Yeah, I
Stronger.
agree.
I think because it was the first Britney song that I ever
I
heard,
agree.
it's got to be that. It really has to be. And I kind of hate that because see when you tell people that are big Britney fans, they're like, oh, a single.
You
Like,
should be picking like an off cut
and they're like, why is it not the track 8
hate
from
when-
the second?
I
Like,
hate
I'm
when
like,
people are like that.
Shut up, let me have my moment.
Yeah.
But Stronger, so the Dream Within a Dream tour, obviously I said I got that on video, and Stronger was my favourite, so I was rewind and watch that. And the outfit that she wore is in the Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas. And I
Is
never
that the
knew.
one you posted with the paint all over it?
Yes, and
How
right,
cool.
so me and my man, we were steaming drunk, absolutely reeking, right, 3 p.m. or something. And we were
Reeking.
walking past, and I was like, let's go see if they've got any Britney stuff. Because when we were in Mexico, we went in, and I love looking around the Hard Rocks, because just to see if there's any
I
Britney
love
stuff.
a
Plus,
Hard
it's
Rock.
cool as fuck. Like, love that.
it's
So we went
fun.
in, and I was like, can we just have a look around and all that? They're like, aye, defo. So we're walking about, and I've seen the back of the coat, kind of black coat with the pink
like-
paint, and I was like, surely no. Surely, that's imprinted in the mind, so I was like, surely fucking no. Went round the corner, well, is that no it?
Wow.
The whole outfit, the coat, the hat. Did I no start crying?
I
was
bet.
crying my eyes out. My man,
So
embarrassed,
cute.
walks away from me. I go up to a table of about 6, 7 people, crying my eyes out after admiring and just looking at this outfit crying. I'm like, can you please take a photo of me with this outfit? They're all eating wings with gloves on. Girl took her gloves off and was like, yeah, okay.
You had to go up to the family eating the wings, didn't you?
It was the closest. I didn't give a Connie hug. I just turned around. I was like, I love it. I just went up and I was like, can you please take a photo of me with this outfit? And then did that. Went back onto the strip, cried my eyes out, had to go back to the hotel room and just to console myself. It was 90 solid minutes of crying.
Oh, bless you.
And then we went back, booked a table, and I didn't even realise that the whole cabinet was a whole Britney Spears bit. So there was two other things. There was the Oops, I Did It Again outfit from the Dream Within a Dream tour, and then the pair of boots that she wore during Mickey Mouse Club.
Wow.
So it was more emotional for me. This time, full of cocktails, and I'm seeing all this. Oh my God. So Stronger, that outfit,
yes,
video, every performance, lives were changed.
Right, that's the next one, video.
Video.
What's your favourite video?
Do you know what? I love both versions of Overprotected. So the Dark Child remix, the original. Dark Child remix, iconic. Outfits are amazing. The settings. Went to the hotel in LA.
So you did.
Where it was filmed. Janet Jackson had filmed there. Taylor Swift. Loads of other icons have been there. So probably them both. Absolutely. The Overprotected music video, where it's just so like, I think, see, when you listen to that back and you actually listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh my God, the signs are there. Even though it was very early doors, you're like, the signs are there.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be that. Also, Criminal as well. I love Criminal. I love the start of it, you know, where it's like, I love music videos where
like
there's
it's like a story, like a wee movie.
where there's like a film before it.
I get
love
you.
that so much. And I don't know, like there's so many. There's Hold It Against Me as well, because I will never forget the amount of promo that went into that. I remember on YouTube there was like the 12 days countdown, and they would do like 10, 20, 30 second snippets of the video. And I remember
So good.
refreshing YouTube to watch every single snippet, and that was the first kind of promo that I'd seen that was that out there, and the music video was just
so good,
unbelievable.
Do you know what one I'm gonna say? Do Something.
Do Something's iconic.
I love it. The Louis V truck, the outfits, the pinkness, the girly 2000s-ness of it all.
Speaking of Do Something, do you, because we both follow Allegra Duval.
Yes, I started speaking to her recently. Yeah,
Shout
out Allegra.
Legend.
Hopefully get her on the podcast.
So I've been mutuals with her on TikTok forever.
Oh, you can help me get her on the podcast then.
Absolutely.
Yes, that would be so good.
She does all of her like Britney. Well, she's a Britney impersonator. She's got all. Have you seen like her transition videos? She did part 1, part 2. But her Do Something outfit.
She nailed it.
That. And she posted at the Star on the Walk of Fame, which was 17 years ago. That star got put down yesterday. I found out from
I saw
her,
that this morning.
And she had the Do Something outfit on. No, she never had to do that. She had the outfit on that Britney wore when she got awarded her star.
She's so cute. I love it.
The amount of effort that she puts in is unreal.
That's
we need
what
her
we
in the
like to
UK.
see.
Allegra Duval in the UK.
We're bringing you.
It's happening.
Video look then. What's your favourite outfit from one of the videos?
Oh, shit. Do you know what? Probably You Drive Me Crazy. I love the simplicity of it.
Which one? The green one?
With the green boob tube. I love the simplicity of it, and I love the fact that it is quite a simple outfit, but every year somebody's doing it for Halloween.
Simple yet effective.
Some absolutely impact. Somebody's doing it for Halloween. The waitress outfit.
So cute.
I love that.
So
I love
like
the fact
Grease
that
vibes.
the Baby One More Time sort of like like the pink furry bauble. She brought that into Crazy as well. I love that. I'm
going to go with your video, Overprotected. I've always wanted that denim look with the studs all over it.
Oh, yes.
I want that in life.
And
I actually messaged Allegra, like, how did you get that outfit? She was like, I made it. And I was like, no way.
The amount of effort she puts into everything is
like, I would totally pay her to make me one, but I doubt she has the time.
She's
too
performing
busy,
at my wedding. My wedding that doesn't exist. She will be attending.
I want to be invited, please.
Of course. You want me to do the aisle?
I want to be backup dancer for her.
Of course. You can dress as a perfume bottle. There we go.
I'll walk down as Fantasy.
I'll be Midnight Fantasy. Brilliant.
Yes. So there's so many versions of Fantasy we could like really go. Right, choreography. What's your favourite Britney choreo?
Choreography, I'm a Slave for You. blows it out the water every time. I have tried for years to do that and
Yeah.
to move like that. And I
Have
think
you not learned it yet?
I feel like in my head I've got it down.
I'm saying that as if I have. I want to learn it so bad too. We should both learn it together.
Yes. In my head, I've nailed it. In watching it back
Well,
on the
it
video.
starts in the head and then it goes to the body. So, you know.
We'll get there. We will definitely get there. But no, I'm a Slave for You choreography is
Brian Friedman is
Just-
just an absolute genius.
icon. It's just unreal.
The one I want to learn the most though is Me Against the Music. You know, she's up and down.
Aye.
Oh,
Me Against
I
the
wanna
Music
know
was
that
probably my
so
favourite
bad.
performance from the Piece of Me show. All the props that she used, like
Yeah.
that was unreal. And then keeping the Madonna part in as well. I love.
Do they have the Piece of Me show? Like you can watch it on video or anything? Well, not video because videos aren't out anymore.
Pretty
But
much, there was. Do you know this? And Team Britney suck for this so bad. They posted when it was going on in the Piece of Me era, the residency, that there will be a DVD, there will be a
no, nothing
a
of the sort.
playback of it, whatever it is, nothing. Same with the circus
I'm
tour.
just going
They
to
can
find
choke
people's
for that.
YouTube videos.
So it's all like somebody on YouTube's made like taken all the videos and pieced it together, which I love so much. So you can watch it back, but it's just like
Okay.
from every angle in the theatre.
I was wondering if there's like a proper professional one, but obviously
No,
not.
we wish. Hopefully that'll be
Oh,
leaked soon.
that would be so good. Right, what if I got next? Performance. What's your favourite Britney performance? Is it the Stronger from Dream Within a Dream?
Probably that, or when she performed I'm a Slave for You in the Bellagio Fountains in 2001. It was
have I
fun.
not
I
seen
can't remember what
this?
award show it was, but she's literally in the Bellagio Fountains while they're all at night.
I need to find
and
this.
they're
Why
all-
have I never seen this?
It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe.
Wow.
So that's unreal. And probably the 2016 Billboard Music Awards.
Mega Mix.
The Mega Mix thing, because she'd been away for so long and then she
Mm-hmm.
came back and did that. And I thought, go on, hen. Go
Yeah.
on. The thing I remember like pretty much fainting at when she's behind the silhouette and it looks like she's wearing this big, huge gown.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, whew, whew, and all the people fall away. The people made the dress and then she's not in a dress. She's in a fucking catsuit. No, not a
It
catsuit.
was
What's
really
it called? A
good.
body, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Icon.
Yes.
Icon moves. So them for sure.
I think you can't compare to the Snake Slave for You. It just seems like such a one of those like if why are you not saying an off cut? But it's like that is genuinely most iconic. But I also love the Satisfaction one where she's in the suit at the start
Aye.
because I love Rolling Stones as well and I love that song. But I probably heard Britney's version first. I actually don't know because my mum brought me up on rock and roll, so I might have heard them similar times. But I love the version she did of that song and the performance
Absolutely.
was fab as well. Right, my last one is: what is your favorite Britney collaboration?
What, like song?
Like, yeah, like someone she's collaborated with, like, that was your favourite collab.
Do you know what? Because there's not actually that many, is there? There's no really
I
that
get,
many.
well, you could go into, like, producer and, like, you could go into any sort of aspect. It doesn't have to be someone she's duetted with. Well,
I
I give
don't
you
know, I mean-
mind and it might help.
Because I was going to say Me Against the Music, because that's two
Madonna.
queens.
And that's her, like
Like-
one of her idols.
Aye.
I wish she'd done a song with Janet Jackson. How cool
Oh,
would
I
that
know.
have been?
Because she loves Janet Jackson.
Yeah, you can tell she's so Janet coded. Like, but I have to say Pharrell, but I think it's because I love Pharrell so much. Like
Oh, for
Pharrell and
boys.
Britney are two of my like biggest inspirations in my life. So Pharrell and Britney coming together, it was just
Aye.
like magic for me because it's like I was so into NERD back in the day as well, and them two together, I'm just like, this is a dream come
A
true.
moment.
Well, thank you for taking the Britney quiz. Those were great.
Did I
answers.
pass?
Yes, you passed.
Oh.
I really want to come and visit your sweet shop, so I really want you to like tell me more about it, and we'll go there and you can show me around and.
Absolutely.
Right,
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get. Thank you for joining us for our Britney chat. We're gonna go and see Shaun's amazing sweet shop, and tune into that episode. And like I said, like and subscribe and share and whatever. And I hope you loved it. And we love you guys.
Bye,
Listen to
divas.
Britney. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Oh yes, we're at Pick and Mixtures now.
Hello.
So hello. Tell me a bit about Pick and Mixtures. How did you become Mr. Willy Wonka himself?
So Pick and Mixtures came about. We launched in July last year, 2023.
Yes.
Last year. Oh my
God
God
knows what year we're on.
I know. 2023 and last year we launched. I hated my job so much. My last job, believe me, there was nobody else in the world that hated their job more than me.
Wow.
If you think you hated any jobs, I hated mine more.
Okay.
So I used to work in a bank, hated it. I thought,
That's not the vibe.
how can I love my job?
Yeah.
And then what happened was my old job gave everybody in my team a bonus except from me. And I thought, fuck you, I'll go make my own bonus.
Oh.
So we started up doing it online. We started doing TikTok lives and it took off so quickly. So I was still employed at the bank at this time.
What made you go to sweets? Do you just have a passion for sweets?
Everybody loves sweets.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? I can make people happy by doing this. Absolutely.
And it's fun.
And when I grew up, we grew up in the city centre of Edinburgh, in Grassmarket. And there was a little sweet shop in the Grassmarket. And I just loved it. I loved going in. I loved getting my wee 50 pence mixture and all that.
Childhood buzz.
So I thought, do you know what? Let's do it. Let's get it done.
And here you are with your own pink
and here we
dream
are.
shop.
So opened in July last year, and then a little bit over a year after that, we opened Pick and Mixtures, the store, the Glasgow store.
Here we are. A variety of many different sweets.
Over 500, you know. Wow. Because if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. You're not going to launch with 40, 50. You're going to launch with 100. Then you're going to bring in another 100. Then you're going to bring... And it just keeps going up and up and up. And I love that so much for us.
I would love to make a wee pick and mix while we're here. Should we get it going?
Absolutely.
What is your most popular sweet? What should we start with?
Let's have a... Come back. Come
behind the counter. VIP.
You get the VIP treatment, of course.
I miss Willy Wonka today. Okay.
So what we done was we laid everything out piece by piece. So that everything's in one section. So obviously at the top we've got all your millions, your marshmallows, hard boiled and fudge. You got your bonbons, chocolate wall over there. We love her. All the jelly sweets running over this big cabinet down to here.
So cute.
And then all your fizzy sweets. Now I'm a fizzy sweet lover myself.
Oh, my mum loves a fizzy.
In this cabinet and all of here is all definitely a bit of me for sure.
So you're efficiently organised too.
Absolutely. Always put the more fuller ones at the front. Anyway.
So what's the most popular ones, would you say?
So most popular sweets are our peelable sweets, I must admit.
They do look very cool.
I've got to give it to Miss Passion Fruit. She pretty much paid for the shop. So
oh, wow.
People love their peelable passion fruits.
People love the peelables.
Sure. So peelable sweets for sure. The Swedish bubs that are on a shortage right now. Bubs, come back, we miss you.
What's a bub? I've never heard of those.
You've not? Right, well they're coming back in the first quarter of the year, so I'm going to get your bubs mixed. They're vegan.
Oh,
so you'll
fab.
love them.
We love it.
But they're so nice, so full of flavour. They were
cool.
big stunners for sure.
Okay.
So everything has its wee moment for sure. Like the wee fudge will pop off.
Fab.
The jelly filled will pop off.
So you're going to be super busy in the lead up to Christmas then?
I'm hoping so. Last Christmas there was tears. It was that busy because I was on my own. I ran the show myself. Mark was the behind the scenes man, and I was the face of it all. So obviously he's got his own stuff to do, and I'm left with all these orders. And then we'll not get started on Black Friday because there was tears. There was like 500 orders in one weekend.
Well, I'll happily come dressed up as Willy Wonka. Come with me and we'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Take it away, Leah.
That would be a wee fantasy for me. So if you need a bit of help, like I can,
no,
bring some vibes. But when can people come and visit the shop if they want to come and get a wee pick and mix?
So we are open Tuesday to Sunday, 12 till 6, closed every Monday.
You need a day of rest, darling.
Absolutely. So come down and see us, but we're available 24/7 online, so
yes,
you know where to go.
Did you say the address?
Oh, we are
that would help.
Yes, we're at 55 Parnie Street, bang in the city centre, postcode G1 1LU 1 love you. So
I love that. Love you.
That's how I remember it.
Love you guys. We will catch you at Pick and Mixtures.
Woo.